As we head into fall, the summer heat starts to wane, and it can be some of the best weather of the year. But it can also be some of the most dangerous. September and October are when the tropics begin to really heat up, and the probability of having a tropical storm or hurricane increases dramatically. So we must all remain vigilant and most of all be prepared for the worst. And that advice is just as important for businesses like the JTA. Making Moves senior correspondent Eugene Lindsay tells us what JTA must do to not only protect all of its facilities, buses, and employees, but make sure anyone who needs help evacuating to a shelter can do so safely.
So far, the 2022 hurricane season has been relatively quiet, with just 3 named storms and none of those reaching hurricane strength. But as we move into the latter half of the season and the tropics routinely become much more active, that can quickly change. So now is the perfect time to double-check your hurricane preparedness. And the JTA is doing just that.
We look at our continuity of operations plan. We look at our all hazards plan. We revise them and update them. We use guidance from the city of Jacksonville because they're the ones who will assign this as an emergency or the need to start our preparation.
The JTA will work hand in hand with the Jacksonville Emergency Operations Command Center to ensure they have real-time information as the storm approaches.
It all happens right here in this room. The mayor of Jacksonville, along with mayors from Baldwin, Atlantic Beach, Neptune Beach, and Jacksonville Beach, all gather with representatives from various city agencies, the military, and JTA. This space becomes a literal think tank. Their primary focus is to keep the entire community as safe as possible during a storm.
In our case, we wind up at the Emergency Command Center for the city of Jacksonville as far as safety and security. There is a transportation contingent that will wind up there as well. Facilities and systems development will all wind up there.
So as the storm moves closer, JTA officials will know just the right time to elevate their plans to the next level. And if an evacuation order is given, the JTA is ready to help move people out of harm's way.
As soon as the order for evacuation comes, we will switch to a weekend schedule to free up some buses to do the evacuation routes. But there is no limit, depends on the storm. We will have supervisors stationed at every one of those pickup spots and hubs to be able to get as many people evacuated as we can. But we are the #1 call for getting people out of those flood-prone areas. We have 4 designated pickup spots that residents can go straight to be transported to a shelter. That is Mayport Middle School, Jacks Beach Elementary School, Fletcher High School, and Baldwin Middle School.
Gerasi says residents can also look for any JTA bus on a regular route that has evacuation on its display panel. These buses will take you to a transfer hub where evacuees can then be taken to a shelter. And if a Category 3 or greater hurricane threatens to come our way, their entire bus fleet is moved to higher ground at Cecil Field for safekeeping.
The buses will be cleaned, they will be completely fueled, they will be getting ready and prepared for the eventuality of the storm.
So once the storm passes, the JTA is prepared to resume normal operations as quickly as possible. In Jacksonville, Eugene Lindsay, JTA, Making Moves.